Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from whatever you're watching this channel. I'd like to start this session by appreciating you so much for making this channel grow. If you wish to support us, just subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Among the United Democratic Alliance party members who voted against the housing levy, Wamuchomba has maintained her reservations towards the affordable housing project. So during an interview with one of the leading radio stations, Spice FM, on Thursday.
Because I still don't understand how you come to Kiambu County. My land is worth 300 million. You want me to hand you over this land without any form of agreement between you, the off-taker, and the owner. And you bring in a foreigner, and you want maybe that foreigner to be the contractor and the person to sell off these houses and take over the management of these houses in posterity. What is my role as the owner of that land?
Wamuchomba claimed that she fears that the affordable housing would be a land grabbing scheme. I don't know how many of you followed that interview where Wamuchomba exposed so many things that many people didn't know. She warned that some of the leaders fronting the project will regret their decision and would have to pay. Some of the leaders. And this is what she said. I think when I said this is scandalous, I meant that there are some schemes of taking over prime land and handing over to other players unconstitutionally, irregularly, and some of us will pay for what we are doing now in the future. So she explained that she is yet to understand what the landowner gets out of the project after the government allocates their prime land to the project. I still understand how you come to Kiambu. My land is worth 300 million. And you want me to hand you this land without any agreement between you and the off-taker and the owner. And you bring in a foreigner and you want the foreigner to be the contractor and the person to sell off these houses and take over the management of these houses in posterity. What is my role as the owner of the land? That is very contentious issues, and the legal framework that has been managing the issue of housing, to me, is still not very clear. So that's what Wamuchomba said. I want to still on this issue of Wamuchomba underscore the fact that the only UDA politician who addresses this issue in view of the people is Wamuchomba. Of course, there are other leaders who are now coming on board, governors coming on board, like the case of Samuel Moroto. He has also become tough on matters of his area. Now, Wamuchomba has still maintained her momentum, and that's why you find that the only relevant politician who is in parliament right now is Wamuchomba, the ones who are voted in by UDA. Wamuchomba. And she's not afraid to lose her position, by the way. She isn't afraid. Last time she talked about people actually respect Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. Of course, we also saw Sabina Chege try to also be another Wamuchomba recently, because recently she told the KK leaders to stop harassing Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta and to focus on the job ambao wamepewa. That is what Sabina Chege said. Of course, it's a shift from her previous position, a position which she kept on maintaining that hawa watu wameshindwa. But this time round, if you look at the statement she's been making, unapata kwamba Sabina Chege ni kama anajaribu kusoften stand yake kidogo, because amerealize kama Mount Kenya inapotea polepole, inapotea. Even the tone of her speech, the boldness that she used to portray, the fact that she's too bossy, hizo vitu amepunguza polepole, amepunguza to a level where by now Wamuchomba ako chini. But why do you think she's against the affordable housing project?
Remember, this land is valuable. So that is a very contentious issue. And the legal framework that has been managing the issue of housing, to me, is still not very clear. And I think when I said this is scandalous, I meant that there is some schemes of taking over prime land and handing that land to other players.
Wamuchomba reiterated that until clarity is provided to some of her questions and the law backs the project, she would stand firm on her beliefs. And by the way, despite the fact that William Samoei Ruto was trying to, sideline her on matters of Githunguri politics, like last time when I made a certain video, in that video, I talked about the person whom Wamuchomba beat in 2022 general election as to having been the person whom William Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua seems to be preferring now, because Wamuchomba is refusing to toe the line, because Wamuchomba has chosen to stand with the people and not with the government. So Wamuchomba stated that she is not ready to start answering difficult questions in the future after approving what she doesn't understand. And this is what she said. Those are the issues that make some of us stand very firm and say no until we are clear. Remember, I have a future in politics in this country, and I don't want to be asked questions that I cannot answer. So I would rather stand for what I know and believe in. I think she's right there. She says she has a future, and that she has a right to stand in what she believes in, because that is what she believes in, and because in Kenya, uko na right ya kujiamulia, as long as your right does not interfere with the right of the other person. So, right yake ya kujiamulia should be respected by UDA. I think that is what Wamuchomba is trying to tell the people in UDA, that they should respect her right.
And constitutionally and procedurally, irregularly, and some of us, we will pay. What will the governor of Kiambu tell the people of Kiambu? How did he hand over land to that contractor? What is the role of the county? Who supplies what? Go to Thika. We had houses that were done by the old Kiambu municipality. Those houses are occupied by county workers who pay very little rent to the county because they are county workers. You come in and tell them, move out of these houses, we demolish these houses, and we come up with fresh blocks.
Okay.
How do you tell this worker to move out? What assurance do you give him or her that when he moves out, you come up with new blocks, you are going to give him the first priority to own the house? What affordability platform do you provide for him or her? Is the county government of Kiambu going to provide mortgage for those workers who are being evicted so that these houses can be built afresh? And can they afford the houses? Remember, these are people who pay 2,000 for those houses per month.
For rent, yeah.
So if you come up with a house worth 5 million, for example, and this guy is 55 years old, amebakisha 5 years aritire, umemfukuza na familia, how do you then make him afford this house for the remaining 5 years? Those stand very firm and say no. Until we are clear. Nobody would fight city owning a house. I wouldn't fight my brother who is a driver or my cousin who is a nurse owning a house. I wouldn't fight that. But remember, I have a future in politics in this country. I don't want to ever be asked questions that I cannot answer. So I would rather stand for what I know and what I believe in. So for Governor Wamatangi to say, no, I'm not handing over this piece of land until I get it clear, and until I go to the County Assembly of Kiambu and get clearance, for me, I think he's doing what he's supposed to be doing.
Now, to those people who are not subscribed to our channel, I'd like to kindly request you to subscribe to this channel, give this video a like, and don't forget to hit the notification bell. To those who've supported us, I want to say here that I'm forever grateful for that support, because without you, this channel cannot grow. So until you catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.